So when you enter Pop Century, immediately to the right is a luggage assistance area, which basically you could just drop off your bags and check in that area and head to the parks, because most of the time check-in is not until 3 o'clock. So you can leave your bags with them and they will take it for you into your room when your room's ready, while you enjoy the day at all the parks. So as you enter the main lobby of Pop Century, immediately to the left is the check-in area and the concierge. And you can also schedule and purchase your tickets and dining for all the different parks. And onto the right wall is a bunch of different memorabilia type things from all the different centuries of from movies and decades of movies, even sports. So Pop Century, the shopping and dining area are in one whole big section. So as you walk through it, you actually enter the gift shop, followed by the big dining room that they have with seating in so many different areas. At the gift shop and dining room, you could purchase your rapid fill cups that you could use at the parks for $20. So make sure you stop by there before you head out to the parks, because during those hot days you're going to want to be able to drink plenty of fluids to hydrate. In Pop Century, they have a pretty decent gift store where you could buy a bunch of Disney merch, stuff for everybody, of course, for kids and adults, and I believe even pets too. So there's still a bunch of stuff that you can choose from. The store is set up very similarly to the shops that you see at the park. So that way, if you miss something at the parks, you at least have something here at Pop Century to purchase last minute before you head back home. They even sell luggage and these popular fanny packs that we've been seeing at the parks. Of course, your lanyards. Some other lanyards with pins already on them. They even have a section of snacks. Beach towels, picture frames, cups, mugs. So it's actually a pretty large shop at Pop Century.
So I was able to speak with the chef, and I got a bagel sandwich specially made with gluten-free bagel, and then it has egg, bacon, and cheese. So it looks pretty good. I'm excited.
And I got the standard American platter with eggs, potatoes, bacon, and sausage.
Really good. So
basically everything we've been eating on the cruise ship this past week, so it looks pretty good too.
The Pop Century dining area is kind of a cafeteria style with different stations to pick up different types of food. As far as breakfast options go, they have, like what I had, the bagel sandwiches. They have, of course, the classic Mickey waffles. The breakfast that Michael had, just the standard American breakfast with bacon, eggs, potatoes, and sausage. Those items are also served a la carte. And then just random items from the bakery as well. So it's a pretty decent offering for breakfast. And then also, if you go to the app and you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can get to the different allergy-friendly areas so that you can determine which one is best suited for your diet. So all in all, it's a pretty good setup and very easy to follow.
So here we have the arcade, which is actually a pretty decent size. A ton of games in here. Tons of things to do for all ages, really. You know, type of skee ball game. Got some little photo booths. Bunch of car racing games. Air hockey. Basketball. Hoops. Yeah, I'd say this is a pretty large arcade area. Big old Pac-Man game. They even have massage chairs in the arcade. At the end of the lobby, to the left, will be the section that we would go out for transportation and all the bus systems to get to all the different parks. And on to the right is the pool area, bar, and as you go past that, actually, you could get your access to the Skyliner. Right by the pool area is Pedals, which is their bar, and it's which services the whole entire resort, but is conveniently located right next to the pool. One thing that Pop Century has for everybody that's actually pretty useful, especially if you're here for longer periods of time, is a laundromat area. So they have several washers and dryers and everything for people to utilize. The pool area, there's actually 3 different pool areas. This right here is the main pool area, and then they have a kids splash pad right next to it. But this is the main pool area, again right next to Pedals, which is their bar. Now, one thing to note, if you are wanting to reserve a room right by the pool, it's in the 60s building, which surround the pool. True, one thing to keep in mind is that the pool is open till actually 10, so it opens at 10 and closes at 10. So if you want some peace and quiet before that, highly suggest picking a different building or requesting a different building. So again, right next to the main pool is the little splash pad area for the little kids. And if you continue on a little bit further past the pool area and building 4 and building 5, which again are the 60s buildings, it leads you to the very convenient Skyliner system. For those of you that are runners or just like to take a stroll, they have a 1.3 mile trail around the lake surrounding Pop Century and Art of Animation. So the all popular Skyliner will easily take you to Caribbean Beach Resort, and it will also get you to Hollywood Studios, Riviera Resort, and EPCOT. I believe the timing from Pop Century to EPCOT, which is the last stop of the Skyliner from Pop Century, in total there's about 15-16 minutes. But there's one section where you do have to actually get off the Skyliner and hop back on a transfer to another one, but it's it's honestly pretty seamless. So yeah, highly suggest if you're wanting to be a part of the Skyliner system. Again, this is from Pop Century, and right next door is Art of Animation, so extremely convenient to be able to utilize the Skyliner versus the bus system, unless you're lucky to be on the monorail system. But it's extremely efficient.
All right, so we are in our room for Pop Century. This is a standard queen. Now, something to note is that Pop Century was recently renovated, so pretty nice finishes. You have a laminate flooring, so you don't have that standard gross carpet that a lot of hotels have. And then we haven't tested this out, but I have to imagine that this is a Murphy bed, so that gives you additional room for sleeping heads. All of the furniture is kind of that mid-century modern look, so a very fun room. Again, it's a queen size bed, and if you'll notice throughout, they have barn doors going to the lavatory area as well as going into the actual toilet and bathtub area, which is nice to give you more of that open feel, so it feels really nice and open in here. And then another nice little upgrade is the shower with the glass sliding doors instead of just a standard curtain, and then the dual shower heads. So a pretty nice little room for being a more budget-friendly resort. And again, we really did enjoy the access to the Skyliner. It just made such an easy trip to Epcot. So can't say we spent too much time in this room. We probably spent more time in Epcot yesterday, but this was a great room and served us well.